All right, chat. Hello. Oh, what the hell is wrong with my camera? Hold on here. Got to fix that. Anyways, guys, welcome. Um, how many manatees swim buddies did you make in Florida? None yet. None yet. I'm on the wrong side of the state for that. Although they claim they're around here, but I'm like, we're on the Atlantic side. I don't think we're gonna find too many. They'll die. Um, how many? Oh, I only had one sandwich tonight. Uh, no, I had one sandwich tonight, and I will say the guy from Winn Dixie fucked up when he put the little labels on the bags of like cheese and stuff. Because when you try to like tear open the label to get to the little zipper thing, it like rips the bag open. So, 0 out of 10 for Winn Dixie on that in the deli section. J Rock says, "Who's your favorite Nazi? Why is it Klaus Barbie? It's Klaus with a K, you fucking peasant. First of all." And yeah, guys, I gotta reboot the camera here, so give me a second. But I mean, if you're gonna say you're gonna talk about Xenoses, you gotta do it right. Come on, EDW. I am disappointed. No, guys, I do apologize. I was working today. I worked. I got a late start this morning working, and then I ended up doing some house cleaning and chores. We have guests coming tomorrow night, so we're probably not going to have a show tomorrow. And that's just because the guest room is right here on the other side of my wall. And I don't, we'll also have to entertain them. It's only for one night. So we are not going to have a show tomorrow. I apologize in advance. Thursday night, Ryan and I are tar jousting on a guy named Admiral Gibbs. Is somebody Ryan knows? About the left being lawless and tyrannical. And it's against Vince Wilson. I almost said Vince Flynn, like the writer. And then a guy named Tom Foolery. I know they're on the left, but that's all I know. I don't know anything about them. Other than the Vince guy went up against Andrew, and they both were both tar jousting hard. So that's what I know is happening. And hold on here. Is this? Oh, what? Why is this not working? Okay, hold on, chat. All right, hold on here. So I did not have time to get ready and prepared for a show tonight. So my apologies in advance. We are going to be working on some stuff and getting some things going here. And yeah. And why is this not working? Okay, is it better now? Lately, I've been thinking I want you to be happier when the morning comes. Oh, come on. I hate this Insta, like the new interface for it. You got to click on it like 3 or 4 times before it loads up. And it's like, hello, ching chong ming wong. We don't wish to work today. Hello. There we go. I think we're all set now. Hi, guys. Hello. So sorry about that delay. Where's your 5K gift? It's coming tomorrow. I got to grow my hair back first. Nick says the 5K everybody gets a ride on our wife. Well, as long as that's not my wife. Our wife is a separate wife, then sure, whatever you guys want to do. You guys want an Eskimo bro with Nick, I guess, and Aaron. If you want that to be your Eskimo bros, by all means, you do what you got to do there, buddy. Every day, or at least every day my show that's approved to 2.0, he's no layabout every day. Well, no, I am working. I'm working during the day. And besides, I don't want to, you guys don't need to know I'm a layabout. So I apologize for tomorrow, though. We will be doing stuff there. Are you going to do Clyde for governor? Yeah. And Bruce Buffer voice. Bruce Buffett voice. Bruce Buffet. Yeah, that guy'd be come up there like wheezing, like, it's time. Bruce Buffer. What is it with Buckeyes and committing food crimes? Skyline Chili and that awful pizza with cold cheese. That awful pizza with cold cheese. Who does that? Who does that? Skyline Chili. Yeah, you got me there. I give up on that. Have you found a Piggly Wiggly yet? No, I don't think. Hey, Kiara, good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well down there. No, we don't have Piggly Wigglies here, I don't think. Like we also don't have like Harris Teeter. I know we don't have the Hebe store. Hold on here. Piggly Wiggly, Florida. Do we have Florida? Oh, yeah, no. There are no Piggly Wigglies near us. You got to go over like the Panhandle. And that's like okay, I'll click the closest one. Closest Piggly Wiggly to me is in Tallahassee. And that is 4 hours away. I am not going fucking 4 hours for Piggly Wiggly. Holy shit. Publix is better but expensive. Yeah, you go to like you can go to Winn-Dixie and Aldi. It's fine. Why won't Clyde woo on cam again? That was like catching lightning in a bottle, man. That was so rare. When do we get a Brody emoji? When I get to it. Haven Cake says, why can't I use the First Amendment to call judges retarded mid-trial? Because they have the time, place, and manner restriction. They're allowed to police their courtroom and maintain order. I was in a maid outfit guaranteed. I mean, well, part of a maid outfit. It gets a little hot here. I don't want to wake the guest up with N-word towers. How considerate. I know. I'm very considerate. Why did Chad Zumach drop the strike? Pedo Melt was shook. Yeah, Melton was not having that was not a man who was speaking from a position of power. I don't know. Chad Zumach is flaky. I mean, he is. I mean, look, listen to him. Dude's flakier than a bowl of fucking cornflakes. I mean, I would have been surprised if he held strong. So, I have intro tech trouble so often it's like part of my shtick. Thank you, Marlene. When do you start selling coffee? I don't know. Cool kids are doing it. I got to get up to like 30K subs first before I can sell coffee. I think that's a rule. Yeah, still rocking the Subaru. I'm going to watch the Subaru haircut until it grows out. Oh, hope you deported the Mexican that took a weed whacker to your scalp. Pretty sure he was Cuban. So, how's the land of sunshine and gators? Not too bad overall. Not too bad. I mean, like, it's like 81 right now, and like it rained really hard earlier, big storm, and it's like pretty cool outside. Like, we have our windows open in Florida in fucking July, and our windows are open, and it's like, it's not bad. It's not bad. The regional level female MMA fighter haircut. Oh man, that hurts. That hurts. Jeremiah says, remember when I talked about day streams when I got to Florida? Yeah, I wasn't anticipating finding a job right away, but I got one. And you know, I'll work around that and work in that as I go forward. But it pays pretty good, so I'll take care of that. Do we do pimento pizza or something? No, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Zero Fucks is the Hebe store? Yeah. Yeah. That's what they call HEB. Steubenville in the Ohio Valley does cold cheese. Really? I mean, I spent the better part of a year down in like Wheeling and along the Ohio River, and I never saw cold cheese. I even went up to Steubenville to do work once in a while. Home of Dean Martin, by the way. I don't think I've ever heard of the cold cheese. Piggly Wigglies are big in South Carolina. Yeah. Will you ever get a Keno Bridge and Power Plant Day? Harris Teeter is North Carolina. Oh, okay. I don't know. If you go to Tallahassee, check out Summers Barbecue for the ribs. Okay. Yes, I left Ohio and Giant Eagle had to sell to Kroger. Yes, they did. That's sad. Giant Eagle was a good store. Although I remember like back in the day when they bought up, there was another chain in Cleveland called Rainy Rigo, and they bought them up, and that was a scandal back in like the 90s. And then Giant Eagle was fucking based, man. You know, like because there's that or you go to fucking Heinen's, and Heinen's is really like Heinen's is like fucking pinky up when you're there. So when Dixie was good, why am I gay? Because your dad doesn't feel alone. Hold on one second. What's that, babe? Down here? Yeah, Myers sucked. Well, yeah, I know, but they really suck. They're worse than Walmart. 2.0 is like, we had Meijer up in Ohio. It's like, yeah, but Meijer sucks. You could totally sell coffee. Yeah, that seems bad. Do you have a plan for when Clyde escapes and encounters an alligator? I'll probably have to defend Clyde against the alligator. Although, remember, alligators can climb fences, so we could find a alligator inside our fenced yard, and Clyde and them squaring off. And I told 2.0, like, we have loaded guns. They will work. If you start shooting an alligator, keep fucking shooting it. You know, there's a rifle, the shotguns. Like, we got enough stuff here to do. Who won the tea battle? I don't know. Mexico Island, yeah. Fire Red Podcast is 101 in Minnesota. Wow. Oof. The Baldo's going to be having a heat allergy. Nick's going to have a heat allergy for days now. Chop it off. Nobody will confuse me with the Hitler Youth. Well, I'll go down to Boca Raton and harass all the Jewish people there. Bab says, why did you move to Florida? 2.0 had an opportunity with her current employer, and they said, we want to promote you. You're doing great. You're awesome. And they said that's going to entail coming to Florida a couple times a month, like every other week at least, they were saying for a while. And she's like, well, I don't want to fly all the time. They're like, well, you know, we're going to need you here. You can't just be remote. Like, if you're going to be on the team and you want what you want, like, you got to be serious. You got to jump in the team and join in for the big win. So she's like, well, can I move? Because you guys are in Florida. And they're like, okay. So we moved. I love 2.0. I love her so very much. She's an amazing woman. What I do, I can go anywhere and do. So I'm going anywhere and doing my thing. Am I getting Ohio homesick yet? I mean, not really. Mr. Simon says, what do you do for a job right now? Well, I'm doing legal work as an attorney. I can't say more than that because I work like the company is like, you know, like you can't talk about what you're doing. It's nothing impressive. It's a lot of like document review and discovery compliance. It's stuff I can just sit here all day long and just click through and do. And every once in a while, you have to have a meeting on Teams and deal with it. So gives me stuff to do. And then in addition, I still have court cases up in Ohio. I'm allowed to appear virtually in. I've got an appeal or two I'm working on still. So yeah, I got some stuff I'm doing. Did you hear about the guy in St. Augustine who ran from ice across the road, get hit by a semi? No, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Stacy's HEB is in Texas. Yeah, I know that. I was just kind of joking. Have I seen Gosman yet? No, we plan on seeing him next month. We'll make our way down there. HEB makes fresh tortillas. Wow. You will have to watch Clive with the alligators. Yeah, we do. We check. Our neighborhood, you know, they're big on making sure the alligators stay out of the ponds, and they get removed all the time, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Kroger bought Ralph's out here in California. Like Ethan Ralph, they bought him out. Ralph sold out to the grocery stores. Let's see here. Alligator on your lap when? I don't know, at some point. And then you can make alligator boots. I'm betting I'm probably not going to be able to keep that alligator. I bet they're going to take it. I don't think you get to keep him if you kill him out of season. You have a pool, you have a gator magnet? Really? Huh. RL says, I got caught shoplifting from Meyer 20 years ago. Well, here you go. Are you going to insult the Myers in front of Philip Paul Purnell? Yes. Right in front of him. Do we have any iguanas? I have not seen the iguanas, but we have like these little lizards that like are running around that I've seen, and Brody's tried to eat them. But we haven't seen much wildlife down here. There are like these white stork or heron things near us, like one of the ponds nearby. We saw a turtle one day when we drove down to the the Ponce Inlet. It's all the way down at the far end, down like before you start getting into Cape Canaveral. Like we saw a turtle. There's a big turtle. But that's it. We haven't seen gators. We haven't seen iguanas. I mean, the most animals I've seen are Clyde and the fucking cats and dogs. Like, I haven't seen our neighbors that have cats and dogs. I haven't seen any alligators or iguanas yet. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. Sweet Tooth says, Florida going to be our forever home? Probably. I mean, for right now, yeah, I think so. Am I a Mossad agent? I don't get paid enough to be a Mossad agent. Unforced Ego says, is this a new camera? I swear there's more detail in the picture since you moved to Florida. No, and I generally have the same lighting setups. I have the same ring light, and when I give the studio tour here, probably this coming week, I'll put it up for the members. It's the same type of hoods over the lights and everything. So I appreciate it. You live in an HOA, gross. I mean, dude, everywhere is, but it's, like you want to live anywhere near, like, I don't need 10 acres in the shitty Florida swamp. Like, this works for now. Maybe we'll change later, but for right now, I mean, everything's in an HOA. It's interesting to me that you can readily say you can move. I feel like my contacts, referrals, judges are all tied to Connecticut. Yeah. I mean, trust me. I don't know anybody down here. I don't know any, Steve Gosney is the attorney I know down here. And then all the attorneys on the billboards, I know who they are. But no, I don't know any judges. I've had to give up all the cases I had going. Yeah, I mean, it's it's really been a big leap of faith. But I care about 2.0. I love her so much, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime for her. You got to go. You got to go. She's in a position where, we can afford to, we can work through some things, which helps too. I also don't have kids, which is another consideration. But yeah, no, I mean, trust me, I've given up everything. All the years of working and making a reputation in the area I was in, that's all gone. Knowing, I know people now, they're attorneys who started around the time I did that are now judges. So, I get to be like I've said before, I get to be like those old time attorneys who are like, hey, Frank, what's up? And they walk in and call the judge Frank, and they're bullshitting and talking to each other. All that I've given up, and I'll start it all over down here. So yeah, it is tough. It is tough. I mean, but it's what you do for those you care about and you love. It's what you do. And I mean, I worked my butt off up there to get it. I could work my butt off down here to get it. And I can do the same thing. I'll do the same thing, and I'll just be a lot sweatier while I do it. So yeah, it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's just, you got to go. It's kind of like the hardest part is jumping out of the airplane. After that, you just got to hope your parachute works. So that's where I'm at. So that's kind of where we are. But I appreciate the thought there, Mario. Yeah. BobTube for $5 doodles says Frogan has retained Denham's legal defense team and will continue to fight Ethan's lawsuit after she defaulted. That's not, it's pretty normal. Like, what you do is you come in like, Your Honor, wait, please don't default the lawsuit. I was a big retard. I was not represented officially by counsel. Please give me a chance to reopen the case. And courts generally try to do that because they don't want cases to be resolved on defaults. They want them resolved on like the merits or through summary judgment or something. So I have the feeling his case will get reopened. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they don't have the little red things. They're like little brown lizards. Are you inland? Yes, I'm inland. So I saw Mitch McConnell. Let's see here. Spiders or snakes? No. Well, actually, I take that back. Last night I saw a wolf spider and I crushed it. I grabbed something I was holding and I just right there and fucking smoked it. So I did kill a spider. It's the only spider I've seen, which is scary to me because that means there's a million that I haven't seen. You're taking kiddos on a turkey hunt this weekend in North Carolina. Well, there you go. Are those turkeys? I think those are turkeys. Well, good luck. Good luck down there. Good luck. Let's see here. What is an HOA? Homeowners Association. And Merritt says the guys in the billboards down here. There's a million of them. Down here, there's a million of them, and I may do a video on that, just like how Florida set the standard for attorney advertising. Like they were the first state to really go through it. So, but yeah, like there's one guy down here. His name is just his billboards are just lawyer dude wins. You're like that's, and on his website, like all the settlements he gets, it's like the money numbers are on whales. It's like. Yeah. Are you sick of Morgan & Morgan commercials? No, but I've seen all their billboards everywhere. So. Stacy says law school debt. Yeah, that's a thing. That's the thing. Go to Delray Beach and meet up with John Bravo. One day I might. What are your estimates of the chance of the new HROs being granted against the bad Aaron bad? I don't know because it's been so long. Like if I was Aaron's attorney, I'd be like, it's been so long since we did anything. I've been like on probation for over a year now since all this dumb shit happened, and you've been left alone. Like there, like part of the protection order is like you need it because it's happening right now. You haven't had any problems. And then the one thing about like filing against Steel Toe Media, the media company doesn't make much sense because it's a one-man operation. So I don't understand what the prohibition is there. It really doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me. Stacey or Sweet Tooth Fairy says you're young enough to start over. I mean, really, at any age you could start over in law. Like you can always restart things too. Chrissy Lou says your friends left West Virginia to go to Florida. They're doing good. Yeah, I'll find my way. I appreciate that. I will find my way. It's just gonna take a little while. I mean, you're starting over a business, but you know, you've got like I've got 10 years of actually 12 years now of how to do it. That I mean, generally still apply overall. And Unforced Ego for $10. My apologies for not giving you the $10 you're accorded. Letty for $4.99 says clickbait title, Sean. Can you give a TLDR for this dream title? Yes. Well, the other thing I was thinking about doing was I was going to work on a model and answer questions too. Well, landings suck. Yeah, they do. What's your favorite 40K faction? I think the Black Templars are like the coolest ones. And it's funny because there's this flipping through shorts. This guy has been doing all these guides to the 40K the Space Marine factions. And I forget which ones he said were like space racist, but it's like, buddy, like it's a fucking like fantasy world. But no, I like the Black Templars. I think they're cool. I think they really have a neat look to them. But I mean, like the Ultramarines are neat because they're blue. But I mean, my favorite faction otherwise, just humanity. I mean, it is like, think about it. It's our birthright. We don't have any special capabilities. We're not some gay faggot elves. We're not the chaos. We don't have special abilities. Just little pieces of meat that go out and fuck shit up. That's pretty fucking cool. That is pretty cool. You can't tell me that's not neat. You know, that there's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about that. As far as authors go, I've only read a little, like I've only read like a handful of 40K books. I've done a lot of like, you know, reading stuff online about them. And, you know, but I haven't read, like, it's been a while since I've read any 40K stuff. So, but thank you, Hobby Cliff, for $2. And once we get done with this, bad boy, we are going to go on to some of the stuff Stabby sent me. Stabby Stabwood. He sent me some resin printed 40K stuff, and we are going to paint it. And I will say, my shorts feed is mainly fucking painting now of minis. And with these Speed Paints 2.0 got me that whole set of them. Oh, I got some ideas. So, yeah, there's definitely a million more spiders. Debbie L for $5. Hi, Debbie. Says you have a bunch of great fresh food markets near you, so you don't need to totally rely on Publix. Yeah, there's a bunch of different places. You just like, it's like during the day you got to go find them. But yeah, they're out there. There's a lot out there. There's a lot out there. Iron Dukes says never kill spiders. They kill mosquitoes and flies. No, you kill spiders, and then I can kill mosquitoes and flies. So I don't need them. There's not a spider behind me. Don't try. Floating in the pool, listening to you. Why not try a pool stream? I don't. We're no. That sounds fun, but no, I don't need a manatee stream. Do I have a favorite EDC pocket knife? No. I go through knives like crazy. When I have them, I am very, very rough on them. Like the knives I've had over time, like the finish wears out the blades, they get bent and chipped and dinged. If you give me a pocket knife, I'm using for everything that you're not supposed to, along with being a knife. You know, more than once I've bent the blade, you know, heat it back up, it's flatten it back out. Like I'm rough on knives. So like gas station knives, like a $20 pocket knife is generally my thing. Like I have bought Kershaw's. I think Kershaw's were really good back in the day. You know, 15, 20 years ago, Kershaw's were phenomenal. I used to carry an Onion all the time, or Ken Onion's Leak. It was a nice little one. It was a nice little simple, you know, you could had a nice little grip on it. But I've lose those, so I don't buy expensive knives. It's the reason why I don't have expensive pens. I don't have a Mont Blanc because I'll lose it. I don't have, you know, these Sharpie pens are about as expensive as I get. So Mario says, "Get the fuck out, lawyer dude wins." No, like, oh, hold on, like, I'll show you guys. Like, hold on here. Like, I'm not shitting you, man. I'm not shitting you. I will take you down to here. We're gonna go to downtown Daytona Beach, and I'll show you. Let me show you something here. I think is this. Let me see here. Is this the right intersection. Yes. Okay. Oh, they took it down. We'll have to keep going, see if it pops up. Oh, are you kidding me? Because the guy who has it, Lawyer Dude, went like it's literally just says it right here on his thing, and it says it all on the tops of his thing here. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I mean, this is literally the guy's thing here, Lawyer Dude. Like he goes by the Lawyer Dude. But yeah, this is 2.0. I was like, but like, yeah, this isn't like he's Lawyer Dude. Anyways, hold on here. I need to get back out because he has billboards. Let me see here if this will show it. Yeah. Hold on, chat. Oh wow, this is like not from the right time frame. Google is too old. But no, like everywhere down here, and people, I guess Florida people will tell you that, like everywhere is lawyers just selling and like marketing. And it's like, damn, I'm gonna have to get billboards too. But it's like all the billboards are personal injury people. So, but yeah, no, like it's a literal thing. It's a little thing here. And like, hold on, where is yeah, here it is. I think this is when you click on results. Is this where it had a bunch of like before it had like whales on it, and I was like, damn, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So, have I seen Charlie Crist ads yet? No. Yes, Lawyer Dude wins, flawless victory. Every other billboard's a lawyer in Louisiana. Okay. Wait until my house is invaded with mole crickets. Well, are they worse than moon crickets? 80 Dev Raptor says for $5. Forgot the most important question. What are the oranges for? I don't know. I don't know. You want the Adaptus Mechanicus for the win? I think they're good here. The Tau? Fuck the Tau. Let me see. Also, flesh tears represent, yeah. How old are bears? Can bicycles have feet? I think I've seen videos of that. I think I've seen videos that people made like a bike where it's like shoes on it. Is 40K what Angry Cops got into? Yes. 40K is with the big space marines and the space armor and they're fighting monsters. Yes. So yes, I still have pocket knives out in the out there too. Yes, Carmelo and Nikolai Mew have told us cheap knives are effective. Yep. Yep. Oh, and Bulb says click to see more dates. I mean, how do I get the new dates? Oh, see more dates. Yeah, there we go. See the latest date. Yeah, it's still not there. I'm on the latest date, which kind of sucks. Let's see here. If I won't say there's like a million fucking gun stores. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go, actually. This is one. You think is this a DSP thing or not? But this is not. I hadn't seen this before. Land whales. $833-333-333-333. So yeah. But anyways, there's some funny stuff you can do. There's funny, and it's actually, will this show different? Let's see, new dates. See latest date. Yeah, because it's since then we've been down here. He's gotten like big green letters on his windows here on the top. Lawyer dude wins. So yeah, but that's like downtown Daytona. So it's kind of funny. Kind of funny. Is that the road Sean got caught lacking on? No, that was inside the middle of Florida. Let's see here. Wait, you're with the kick pours? Good. Well, we're trying to get monetized over there. Chugi, so is Mitch really alive and getting inpatient physical therapy? I don't know. And we aren't getting a daytime court hearing stream anytime soon, are we? Not for the thing I'm working on right now. In a couple weeks, probably. We'll have to see happen here. Did the Russians kill Lindsey Graham? I don't think they did. Have you picked out a doctor's office yet? No. Tower Kami, stream with Arch when? Does Arch even know who I am? Does he paint while he does any streams? So like, yeah, I'll go on paint with him. I don't even think the guy knows who I am, but yeah, I'll hang out with him. Archcast is great. Are you going to shoot Courtney Clenny? Yes, we are going to do that. You going to go to the next Miami F1 race? I thought about it, but like F1 has kind of made it ridiculous to attend. Like, I like F1, but I'm not spending like $1,000. Like, I like it a lot, but I don't like it at $1,000. So, because if I'm going to everything. And where did I put my lighter? I need to straighten something out here. Hold on, chat. That sucks. Couldn't find it. But I think it'd be fun to go to them, but it's just like it's like a little. It's like a little expensive. It's like F1s make it so like they don't like they're gonna price themselves out of shit at some point. Like I like it, but it's like I could spend that money and do other things. We could like okay, I think that fixed it. Good. Good. Yeah, I don't leave the house. I just look around Google Map. Have Nick's parents, but no, they have not. No. So, Bugs, Lindsey Graham's believed to be a big homosexual. And that was allegedly, like the twinks and everybody he hangs out with the ladybugs. So, yeah. And that's the thing, Luke. I actually think I'm looking forward. It's like 24 hours of Daytona. Like they do other races here at like Daytona, and I'm 20 minutes away. It could be fun. Yeah, IMSA is a lot of fun to watch in person. Also, I think I'm gonna like start trying to do IPMC stuff like for the modeling guys. So we're gonna try to do some of that stuff here too coming up. Try to go some model competitions. Yeah, I could buy guns with that $1,000. You going to Daytona 500? No, no way in fucking hell. So I'm definitely not doing that. So, oh, so yeah, the IMSA racing, yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of great stuff to do at Daytona that doesn't require NASCAR involvement. So, although they offer tours, and I might go on one of those. We might go one day. Those sound kind of fun. So, in the meantime, though, we're gonna work on stuff and we'll talk. Why is it flipped around? Anyways, guys, here's where we are with the tank. We made a lot of good progress on it. Happy J-Rock noises. We just got to get it finished up now. Will I give you a 24 hours of Daytona stream on locals? No. Supercross would be better, yeah. Well, we also, like, there's some neat stuff out here. There's a lot of dirt tracks and a lot of short track racing. So we're going to do, there's a lot to go see and do. There was some of that up in the Cleveland area. So I think it'll be kind of fun. So I will say Daytona is so much nicer, and like seeing it and like how big everything is, it actually looks really cool. I thought it's funny though, because Tupino was like, why are all the seats different colors? I'm like, that's how they hide the lack of attendance. And it's also I when you see it from the air, the airport's right there, but it's a different feeling when you're at the stoplights on like International Speedway Boulevard, and a fucking airplane comes in and like lands right over the top of you. Like, that is a different feeling. Let me tell you what, guys. That is a different vibe. So that is not something I was prepared for. So let's see here. Did this? Oh, I don't think these guys fully glued on their things. I may have to super glue them. So, just knocking down some of the sheen on them, and then knocking down some of the sheen on these numbers. A little bit of Nuln oil. And we'll let that dry real quick. There we go. And there we go. So, having you two come over your house is even better. Yeah. So, I don't think, Debbie, you could drive a car there. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit in any of the cars they got at Daytona. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the optimism, but I am not fitting in any of their cars. So, I don't think they're going to let me do that. So, as fun as that would be, I don't think that's in the cards for us. I think that'd be so cool, though. That would be so much fun. So, short track racing, how's a short bus? Yeah, you take the... Jesus. Let's see how this looks real quick. All right, I think we're all set there. Okay, so we need to work on... We were going to work on some stuff here, guys. Have you seen the Rail network expansion? No, I have not. No. Wait, did we move the model bench just for tonight? I kind of there. I want to see Sean slide through the window. Yeah, I think that would have gotten a little rough there. You could just get out there and roll around. Yeah. Did I see the Amy Comey Barrett and Kagan testimony? No, but I heard about it, and I heard basically ACB admit that she did all of this because she was worried about what was going to happen to her kids, and her kids were seeing bulletproof vests and shit, and they got all worried. So she kind of bitched out on us. So I did hear about that. That's not confidence inspiring, guys, at all for the fate of our country, if that's what's happening. So just saying, chat. I'm not looking forward to it. If that's how she's gonna rule and legislate, we are fucked. I'm not at all looking forward to that. So, but yeah, on that really kind of depressing note, on that bombshell, to quote the great Jeremy Clarkson. So, what determines constitutionality? You know, as much as I hate to say this, I think Destiny's right. It's about vibes. It's about vibes. But yeah, she was not made for what needed to be done. Yeah, and I could get a 3-day ticket to Circuit of the Americas for $1,500. Like, that's £1,500, so that means probably like $1,700. Yeah, fuck that. You're out of your you're out of your damn minds. That is insane, man. That is insano in the membrano. So, yes, F1 got rid of the grid girls because of feminist and angry gay people. It's embarrassing that they are not. Surprisingly, Kiwi Farms isn't blocked in England. Try 4chan, because that's something they're trying to block. But no, as far as the marshals go, well, she would have access to a highly equipped personal security detail. I'm sure she has a significant security detail if she wants one. She doesn't drive to work. I'm sure that they would assign one to her children if they felt the need and security threats. So the idea that they just go home, no, they have security details. Is it the exact same as the Secret Service? No, but it's still a pretty good one. But anyways, they have top of the line personal security protection. So Amy Coney Barrett's just being full of shit when she does this. Have I done the mute grift? No, but I heard Ryan Mullally went like 15 minutes or so last night or sometime recently, just straight muting. And I think that's funny. So I heard that was a thing for him. There we go. I'll let that cable set. And then oh, it's in USD from euros still though. That's $1,500. Ain't no way in hell I'm paying that for 3 days. Like, am I getting to sit in the Paddock Club for $1,500? I mean that's kind of like for $1,500. I'd better be getting like. Does Toto Wolff's wife come out and come play with your ball sack for $1,500? Because that's kind of gonna what you're gonna need to do to make that worth my time. Wait, did I use the right? Am I using the right stuff that I was doing the one day? No, I think I used gunmetal. Because this is not. Oh yeah, no, I'm using the wrong color metal paint. Anyway, shit, that's not good. Huh. Well, isn't that a kick in the dick? Well, there we go. $1,500 is general admission. Yeah, that's why I'm like, there's so much more you could do with that, and corporate F1 needs to readjust a little bit. F1 needs to readjust just a hair. Yeah, MotoGP at the same track is like $300. Yeah, and like World Endurance, like WEC, all that stuff is a lot cheaper. And I bet 24 Hours of Daytona is a lot cheaper for the weekend as well. So I'm just like I said, guys. I think there's ways to do it, and I don't think F1's handling it right. I mean, they got rid of Bernie Eccleston. Best move they could have made for a while. Stay says you can't take money with you when you die. No, but since I don't know when I'm going to die, I have to be responsible with my money. I can't just go, shoot it all at my nose and just, c'est la vie, as some people might do. Well, like I said, we have short track racing here. There's all kinds of stuff to do. So I'm not worried. We'll figure out neat stuff. Is 2 Point going to wear one of those big funny hats? I don't know what you mean by the big funny hats. Yeah, I'll go see F1 at some point, but I don't know if I want to do it right now. Maybe in the next year or two, we'll go to Miami, but just not right now. I'm hoping prices will get a little less retarded. Although I was kind of looking forward to going to, I told 2.0, one of the goals was to go to Montreal, and make a nice trip out of that. And that's because at the time Montreal was the closest race, and that was only it was it wasn't too far to Montreal. It was 10 hours of Montreal from Cleveland, so we were looking at that as an option. Kind of got put to the side though, since we're now only 4 hours from an F1 race, and we're a lot farther away from Montreal than that. So Kentucky Derby has funny hats. Well, they all have funny hats. So, and I just realized I painted this one wrong, so I better fix this up. So let's see here. Funny hats, like tiny hats, yeah. Debbie says, I thought Canada wouldn't let you in if you have a DUI. So the way it works is Canada doesn't have to let you in, but they can, if it's been a long enough time, they can deem you rehabilitated right at the border. That's a risk, though, because they can always turn you back. What they can do, though, is you can appeal with them ahead of time, and they'll make a determination. And generally speaking, you can get back in, especially in my case, it's been now over 20 years since that happened. So I even talked to Runkle about that. He had actually been talking with him about that, and he said, nah, you should be good. He's like, I would just pay the money and, go for it. He's like, you should be fine. I told him I would hire him to challenge it if I had to. But he's like, do you really want to come here that bad? I'm like, I don't know about that, but I'm like, that'd be good content. So, but no, I can get back in. But yes, in Canada, the DUI is considered it's like a felony. It's serious business up there, which is weird because you think they would have millions of them, and they do, and yet they still get millions of them. So Canada is a weird place, guys. Canada is a weird place. So, yeah. So I can always get back in, but I probably need to. You have to reconsider everything I said because of Winn-Dixie over Publix. Oh, well. Okay. No refunds. Yeah, you want to go to Banff? That looks really good. That looks like a beautiful place. All the different like lakes and whatever that are just crystal blue water. All the glacier fed ponds and things there. Yeah, Banff would be a fun thing to go to also. That was a possible detour on our trip out west that we'd have just finished recently if we hadn't moved here. Going out to like Glacier National Park and going over the border into Banff. So, yeah. How do you have a DUI but not Rakeda and Jeremy? It's just how it goes, man. It's just how it goes. It's also funny because there are times where people who have like, DM me or email me and they're like, I'll tell people about your DUI. And it's like, they already know. They're like, your viewers know? I'm like, yeah, they do. I don't like, I'm very upfront with, my entire life. So. So. David says, you don't have a DUI. I'm like, you live in Michigan, though, man. It sounds like you're not a real Michigander. That's pure Michigan. Also, and David, any updates on your case, or is it still kind of in a holding pattern? Got your check yet? Didn't you get your DUI in college? Yeah, 2005 February. So, yeah, it just happens. I know people who should have got them, they didn't. It's just say la vie, man. It's life. I know a lot of people that should have. I know people that like their cars were found and they were able to get away before the cops showed up. And there's no proof who drove what. Well, yeah. I just wasn't that lucky. Although there were other times I could have gotten arrested and I didn't. So it's just your luck runs out. Your luck runs out. So, did they arrest me for White Claws? No, because White Claws weren't around back then. February 2005, I was a Natty Light man. Well, that's why you buy like a case of Natty Light for $10, tax included, and still have money left over. Those were the days. We were jolly green giants walking the earth. So, all right, we're gonna get some of these gas cans put together too. Because remember, it's gonna have some gas cans on it, guys. Stacy says I was broke in 05. Well, I was in college. I should be broke. Shouldn't you? Tim says he thought Nick had a DUI. Nope. Now, should he have had one? Who knows? Maybe. Thoughts on Miller High Life? Oof, man. Man, those. I cannot drink the Low Life anymore. I drank those in college. And more than once, I got into some blackout situations. Miller High Life gets me sick, man. I get sick drinking Miller High Life. I can't drink them anymore. Hopefully you weren't drinking Zimas. No. I was drinking, like I said, Natty Light, man. That was the fucking drink back then. That was it. But yeah, the High Life, oof, man. Ugh. That was some rough stuff, man. That would get me sick. Now, kind of like Southern Comfort. I'll get sick if I drink that. It just that brings back some like That brings back some like PTSD memories, guys. So, oh, I just tell you. American beer is like water in a canoe. Yeah, but you know what? Like, it is what it is. 'Cause we're all about just getting toe up. We're not worried about anything else. So, oh fuck, that Southern Comfort is gross. Yeah, but I mean, there were nights all over it. Yeah, and actually, yeah, here we go. Thank you, EDW. This is the Lawyer Dude Wins billboards that are up right now. Let's see here. This is what the guy has. So it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And you're allowed to do that here. You're allowed to do all kinds of wacky and zany shit for your allowed to do all kinds of wacky and zany shit for your advertising, which is kind of cool. It's how they do. It's how they do. So, oh, Christine, thank you for being a member again for 1 month. Thank you, Christine. Hope you're doing well. Malibu and pineapple juice. I can't do rum either. Rum, I had a lot of bad experience with the rum in college, so nope, rum will make me barf too. Also, just in general, the spices in rum are very much like right in my face. So now he's got billboardism. No, I'm just you guys wanted to know, and I thought it's just kind of funny to show how it is down here with all the legal advertisements and this being the mecca of them. Also, I didn't realize Bethune Cookman University is down here in Daytona. One of the older HBCUs. I don't know if it's as prestigious. It's not like Howard or Spelman or anything, but it says, damn, I'm not showing up as live. Oh, well. But yeah, I didn't realize there was a big HBCU down here too. I'd heard of Bethune Cookman, but I just didn't realize they were like down here. Bombay Sapphire Gin. Oh, that's Dark Side Phil maxing right there. Phil loves his Bombay Sapphire gin posting. With grapefruit juice, I could see that being good. So gin is nasty, and the right gin and tonics, I'll drink those. Some of you guys might say oy vey, but no, I mean, like, I'll do a gin and tonic if I have to. But it's not really my go-to, but I've been places where it's like, what do you got? And it's like they give you a gin and tonic. You're like, all right, I guess I'm drinking gin and tonics. When was that? They were done like gin and tonic or rum and coke, and I'm like, well, we're not doing rum and fucking coke, so finish long drinks. There you go. Can I do Don Julio straight? Oh, it's been a while since I've had to do that. But yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, you can do that. You're taking the rum and coke, yeah. If I'm doing that, that's probably like two. I'm only doing like 2 times, only 2 shots. I don't know if I can keep doing that. So Anything mixed in soda flattens a soda. Well, yeah. Do you strip state tequila if it's a good tequila? I do not. I mean, I'm not a big sipper of alcohol like that. So, I mean, maybe I would do tequila, but not very much. Oh, so the Florida A&M Rattlers, is that down? That's down in Miami, I think. Are their big rivals, both the bands and football? Yes. Let me see here. What are you guys saying? Oh, you're not showing up as live. Yeah. Oh, hold on. What are you saying, Tejas here? After 5 years completing a felony, you can purchase firearms again for your home. You're just banned for carrying outside your property? Whoa. So you can have a murder conviction and own guns. Wow, that's tight. That's tight. Florida A&M is across the road from Florida State. Okay, so it's up in the Panhandle. Because I know like Emory Riddle is down here. I think is that the one, the flight school? Yeah, I think so. Tejas says, "What about Ohio?" No, that would not be. You have to petition the court to get your rights restored for guns. That's not automatic. At least not yet. As of right now, you have to petition to get your rights restored. So, did I mess up here? No, there's some bare paint metal on there from the ropes. I'll just leave that on there like it's bare metal. Whatever, fuck it. Fuck it! All right, so I gotta glue these on with some super glue. We'll do that real quick. Okay, so I need to do. Okay, so where the fuck are the little parts that I had? Okay, no. Uh-oh. I need these little pieces. Emory Riddle's a fantastic school for planes. I mean, that's really all it's good for. I don't know what else you would go there for, honestly. Uh-oh. So, are you going Panzer Gray jerry cans or Dunkel Gelb? I don't know yet on that. I got to put them together. So, what kind of fancy drinks would you get on a fancy night out? I do a martini, kind of a drier martini, but like that. But I don't like old fashions. I'm not big on the mixed drinks like that. I would get like, some whiskey neat maybe, or with a couple ice cubes in it. But I don't do too many mixed drinks. So, but yeah, no, but in Ohio, no, that'd be a permanent disqualifier for a felony. Not a bourbon guy. Like, yeah, I'll do bourbons. Like, I guess. Like I said, I'm not a big liquor guy. Like, I'll drink it, but I'm not like I can appreciate like a wine a little bit more, but even then, it's just like I don't know. It's not for my palate is not for that. I guess. is what I would say. And hold on here, chat. I need to find the Tamiya font 135 instructions PDF. Okay. Okay, well, like, tell me where's it at? I need to download it. Are there no instructions for this? Are you kidding me? Okay, here we go. Tamiya 135th static models. Okay, come on. Why won't this fucking work? There we go. Okay, chat. We're switching to I need to find out what these little guys right here are. Okay. Ooh, what you say? A20. Do I have those still in the kit? Okay, I don't know how this is looking. I don't like this. I think I might have lost these. I hope I didn't. Oh, thank God these have multiple. I forgot these have multiple pieces. So, like, it's neat because you get like this, but you get like a second A sheet. So I have the hooks. I have the hooks, chat. We got the hooks. We'll paint these up a little bit and be done and get stuff put together here. Okay, so. Okay, I need a sanding block. Okay, so that's good. All right, I need to also put these together. Let's see, what are you guys messaging me here? Hold on. What are you guys saying here? Yeah. So Duke is saying, as a U.S. lawyer, is it true that a former felon in the USA can legally own black powder, like an 1840s Colt revolver? Federally, yes. At the state level, you're going to have to talk to an attorney where you live. Because at the federal level, yes, but that's not necessarily what you're looking at here, because that could be, that could be a problem for you at the state level. So I would recommend contacting an attorney where you live, because that could be a very bad day if you're not appropriately set up for that. So federally, yes, but remember, your state might not allow you to. Like Ohio does not allow that. In Ohio, a black powder pistol is a pistol. Um, so that is my cautionary tale to anyone is you need to be sure of where the hell you live because things can get very different very quickly, very fast, and then you're kind of in a world of hurt. So be very careful. Be very careful. And like I said, talk to lawyers where you live. They'll give you the answers you need to know because you don't want to find out that, like, well, kind of, but kind of not. And I mean, there's not a lot of oopsie room when it comes to that kind of stuff. You kind of jump off the deep end very quickly. And speaking of things, like, where the hell is... Hold on, guys. Okay, so yeah, it's just you got to be careful because you might end up in a bad situation, and I don't want to see anybody get in trouble. So be very careful of what you do. Be very careful. So that's all I can tell you. So that's... I know that's a little depressing, but that's how it goes. You know, and with it you must suffer. To quote the great Ethan Ralph, suffer. Suffer. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I got to put this on. There we go. Let's see here. Got drunk on Boone's Farm at a concert. Yeah. Done that before. Go to sorority parties, and that's what the girls had there. Does committing a crime change the standard for deadly force in Ohio? I mean, like, in what way do you mean? Like, if I'm smoking weed and someone breaks in my house, do I have different rules? I mean, not really. I'd be careful about that still. And then Pseudo Snark for $20. Thank you, man. Good to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. He says, congrats on the move and surviving Florida, man. Sounded like an experience. My ass shot is bar advice, 13 days and counting. Don't get too panicked. Everybody else is in the same boat as you. Everybody else is probably running the gamut of emotions right now. The whole gambit of emotions. Some people think they're fucked. Some people think they're good to go. But in reality, everybody's having like the same doubts. Don't let it get to you. You're all in the same boat. Okay? And honestly, at this point, you've done what you can. You're probably good to go. You just have to convince yourself of that. You know what you know now, and you know what you know is what you know, and just have faith. And be very careful when you get there, the compulsion to want to study. Because once you're down there, it's too late. When I went ahead and I took a whole set. I put all my study aids and everything with me in the car. and I brought them up the elevator with me, and I piled them up in my room. I never fucking touched them. The only thing I did was when we got to the end of the first day and the list of essay topics, I wrote those all down the night before, and I checked off the ones we did because you were only going to do those one time. Like you were going to do so many of them. So that's kind of what we were. That's how I prepared. Otherwise, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do, man. And I think you got this. I think you got this. Just like I said, you got to have faith. When you get there, don't talk to people. Oh, did you get this? Did you get that? What did you get on this? You are going to drive yourself insane with that if you do that because somebody's going to be like, "Oh, I got that. I thought of the fucking this." And it's like they might be right, they might be wrong, you both might be right, you both might be wrong. Don't let people get to you like that. Just stay the course is my best answer. I know none of that helps. I know none of that you're like, fat man, that doesn't help me. And honestly, it's kind of like where I got to the point of I just wish someone would tell me go scream and like run around the yard, scream and panic. If that makes you feel better, run around your front yard, scream and panic. Um, but it is what it is now. The die is cast. You know, you'll be fine. Just hang tight. You know, it's once you get in there, you're gonna be like, oh my god, what's it like? And I've talked about it like it's an experience. It is. But at the end of the day, it's still a test, and you're still the guy taking your test. Take your test. You know, crush it like you normally do. You know, do your work. Do your work like you're supposed to, and you know, it's kind of like when you're in the army. Everybody does their job, and you go home alive. So do your job, and everybody goes home. Is honestly my advice. Um, try to get some sleep the night before too. I did not sleep the night before. I was so amped up and ready to go and excited. I slept from like roughly like 5:30 till like 6:45 and my alarm went off. I still felt like $1,000,000. Like when you're done for the night, like finish early, go home and just relax. Like if you're at a hotel, relax. Like on Tuesday, like on Tuesday night, I went down to the restaurant and I got a dinner. I got a steak, and then I had a steak and I had a nice unsweetened iced tea with it, and they gave me like tons of lemon for it. You know, and I ate, and it was like 8 o'clock. I went upstairs and I crashed the fuck out and went to bed. Best thing I could do. Iron Duke says, "Interesting. I only have a drunk and disorderly conduct conviction." Well, talk to attorneys where you live, and you might be good to go. Talk to attorneys where you live. Um, my thoughts on the lady shot through the parking spot. I don't think she's. I still think it's. She's probably lawful, but it's awful. I mean, think about it. She killed that guy over a fucking parking space. I'm sure she's fucked herself up over it, but that guy should have fucked off. Why would you keep advancing on that lady? Sounds like he got what was coming to him. So, have we discussed that Nick is on Paramount Tactical, looking like a sloppy goober? No, but you know what? Hey, it's whatever. I mean, that's who they want on their show. So that's who they want on their show. It's not my show. So I'd love to be on a show like that, but hey, say la vie, chat. Say la vie. Say la vie. So So, Sean, this show is way better. The parking space lady was tired jousting. So was the guy. Don't excuse the guy in this situation. The guy in this situation was just as guilty of tired jousting. You know, they both were. I'm sure she doesn't like to have to deal with the fact that she has to wake up. I'm sure she's woken up a couple times in the middle of the night. Having to deal with the realization she killed a man. You know, Clint Eastwood says it, man. Killing a man is a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing. And actually, I should say William Money tells us that. But it is. Killing a man is a hell of a thing. So, they were both people who thought they understood what the rules were, and then I'm sure that they, the world came at them very, very fast. So, I'm not excusing the fact she wasn't charged is crazy. Not really. Not really. An unarmed guy kept advancing on her, and he wouldn't stay away. I mean, at some point, you know, she has tried to walk away from him. He won't let her. It's you can always charge her later, and that's a good thing because now the clock's not running. Speedy trial doesn't run. But honestly, like, of all the people involved, who looks like the asshole? Who looks like the 100% bad guy right away? Like, if the cops had showed up, they probably would have arrested him if they had shown up before she shot. So, I mean, are we gonna say race didn't play a role in it? I don't know, maybe, but like, you just don't know. You just don't know. Unforgiven might be the best Western ever. Yes, it is. It probably is the best Western ever. Katie says Clint Eastwood killed a man. No, in Unforgiven, as he tells what's his name? Guy wasn't ready to go kill people, and he's like, killing a man is a hell of a thing. It is. She got out, remained engaged. Yeah, but I mean, like, she didn't have to leave. She didn't have to leave. Didn't call 911, just record herself shooting him. Well, sometimes recording yourself is the best thing you can do because, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes that might not be the worst option. Remember, the other guy could have fucking walked away, but he didn't for some reason. As much as she could have let it go, he didn't let it go. And he had some, Iziot is a thing. You can't let it destroy your life. If you're getting punked by some lady with a gun, you're getting punked by some lady with a gun. With it, you must deal, brave warrior, and move on with your life. Yeah, the Schofield kid. There we go. Yeah. Yep. It goes to state of mind. She wasn't scared. Yeah, she was scared. She pulled her gun out and she was trying to film it. Why didn't you call 911? She's like, I probably didn't call 911 because if I did that, I wouldn't be able to record what he's doing to me. And a picture's worth 1,000 words. I'm sure that video on her phone is rough for that guy. I don't think he's screaming, N-word, and N-word at her, but I doubt it's good. Kimbo Nice, good to see you, man, for $5. Or is it Kim Bunice? I don't know. It says, happy birthday, Sean Martin and Clyde, attorney at Paw. Maybe I should do some shirts like that, attorney at Paw. Aw. I'll ask 2.0. Please tell us some crimes you've committed within the past 18 months. Well, it's not my birthday yet. Thank you, though. Please, that gun gave her self-confidence she shouldn't have had. Well, for some reason, it gave the guy self-confidence he shouldn't have had either. And honestly, Jesus loves you. If that's a sketchy shoot that goes by the wayside, like people like me or you out of trouble, if we ever have to use a gun, so be it. So that's kind of how you have to look at this. Like, it's not fair. It's not nice. I understand, man. But, like, you know, if he has to die to protect me or you down the road, so be it. Not like he was a fucking Rhodes Scholar. I mean, honestly. So, just curious when the poster's going up. I gotta talk with 2.0. I need her help with the laser, but probably maybe if we can do it this weekend, that'd be nice. I like to have them up because they're sitting here against the wall. So it's not called an equalizer for nothing. Yeah, that too. Oh, I agree. Welcome to Florida. We are the FO part of the FA. Yes. Ah, damn Rhodes Scholar. Yeah. Well, the guy wasn't a Rhodes Scholar either. Dude and you and I have common sense. I brought this up before, though, man. You think you've got common sense, but it just takes you to make one boneheaded mistake or something weird to happen, and now you look like a bad guy. Like, it doesn't take much for a really good shoot to turn into a shitty shoot, a questionable one. You don't want that. You don't want that possibility out there. Like, you've got to be perfect, and you're not gonna be. So that's my concern. You're gonna mail out my birthday gift this week. It's very small. Okay, well, I gotta go out probably on Thursday and check. I'll go out and check the. I'll check the mail anyway. So I gotta drive out to the post office. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, the Quartering's threatening lawsuits now. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to fucking do anything to anybody. Somebody just messaged me. Jeremy's threatening shit. Fuck Jeremy. Oh, Luther Morgan's live right now. Oh, wow. All right. All right, I had to paint those up a little bit. We'll color and rust those up in a second. YouTube is broken. DSP broke it. The show ended. Okay. Yeah, Jeremy's gonna have a bad time. Like, yeah, you have to prove damages. There's all kinds of shit out there. Like, threatening to sue everybody. Like, it's all stupid. And you have to be able to know, like, these people can't hurt you. Like, there's no way they can afford to do it. Lane's Rotten Bottoms says happy birthday, Sean. Well, thank you. I thought you said my show ended. I was like, damn. Jeremy thinks we'll forget him flagging channels. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he likes to think that the internet's got a quiet, short memory. Appaloosa was a good Western, and so was Ulzano's Raid. Sure, they were, but Unforgiven is like a very good, like it's the real Western. It's the noir Western. Bob says, go strap on a rifle and walk Clyde. All right, I'll work on that. All right. Is it my real birthday this summer? Yes, August 10th. I think you can carry it on your back now. The open carry laws have basically been The courts have eviscerated it. So, yeah, could Jeremy drop ship a lawsuit and save money? Yes, that would be funny. That would be fun, to get that done. So, Jeremy. All right, chat. So the one thing we're gonna do here is I'm gonna put this gun right here because I'm kind of doing this with the idea that this is the tank commander's MP40, and he's got like his binoculars here, and he's listening on the radio, but he's got like the tank. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do a diorama. We're gonna do a scene for this with a piece of like foam that we're gonna craft, and they're gonna be as I talked about the last time we were doing this stuff. I've got a bunch of these 135th scale like German guys, and they're going to be walking along and doing stuff around the tank. So we're just going to have it like he's got his gear out on the deck. Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about like I'd open carry on my back. I'm sorry, that's what we were talking about. Shadow Wings. Hey, how you doing? So we're gonna put a little glue down on this, and I'm gonna figure out where to place these. And then we're gonna take these rounds of ammunition. We're gonna place these on the ground, like they're on crates. So that'll be kind of the neat thing we're gonna do. So let's figure this out here. Okay, so I want to do this like this. Okay, guys, here we go. So this is kind of what I was thinking, is just something like that. He's got his guns kind of like up on top. And that's like, these guys would do stuff like that. They would stow weapons outside their vehicles. On the outsides, I've seen pictures of guys in Iraq. They do this too. They would stow weapons outside their tanks, because they couldn't keep all their shit inside. So I think that's what we're going to do here. So we'll just put down a dab or two of glue, and we'll just glue this fucker down. And then I'll come back and dry brush on some paint for the gun. What about open range? Open range is pretty good. I like the fact that like the gunfight was very quick, and how that did a good job in portraying that. But even then, I liked Robert Duvall better in like Lonesome Dove. If you had to give me like Robert Duvall in a movie. But yeah, those the way they took hits and all that, that's pretty accurate, I think. So here we go. You have to be ready when the partisans try to catch you lacking. Well, these guys are going to have infantry support in the diorama they're on. But yes, that's always a possibility. The partisans. The favorite threat of the Einsatzgruppen. The partisans. Oh, hands down, but the gunfight's like nothing else. Well, yeah, parts of the gunfight are great. Like the guys getting thrown through walls and shit, no. But the way it all goes down so fast, yes, it's very accurate. So yes, it's very accurate in that way, I would say. Actually, I'll put these like next to his. Wait, hold on, chat. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay, chat. So if you can see there, oh, you can't see from that angle. So he's got his binoculars and his defense style glass and his machine and pistola sitting right there, ready to go at a moment's notice. So High Plains Drifter is fun. Oh, there are a lot of fun movies out there. High Plains Drifter is a great movie. I mean, there's a bunch of movies out there that are really good. I mean, although if you're doing Clint Eastwood stuff, Joe Kidd is always an awesome one. Because the guy's got a fucking Mauser. One of the bad guys has a Mauser that he shoots. Hang 'em High is really good too. There's still nothing that beats the good, the bad, and the ugly. But like I said, Joe Kidd's really cool. On that. So Tom Thorne, hadn't thought about that. That's an interesting thought. Red Sun is the best. I mean, it's good. So Jillian says, I'm like a month away from starting an OF myself. Well, don't do that. There's so much more out there to do besides that. Your family will appreciate you not doing it. I promise you that. In fact, I guarantee it. So the movie's better because of the cool guns. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it is. Joe Kidd is a phenomenal movie. And that's weird saying that because that time frame, a lot of those movies fucking sucked by Clint Eastwood. Do I like Wild Wild West the best? Yeah, no, I'm good. I appreciate the thought, but no, I'm good. I don't like Wild Wild West. Like it was kind of cheeky in spots, but yeah. I mean, the only good thing about Wild Wild West was that we got the "Bad Guys Always Die" song with Dr. Dre and Eminem. You know, that was the best part of that. If you're a kitchen appliance, which one would you be? I'd be a toaster. So YouTube demonetized Sword and Scale for unsatisfying or outputting content. I thought Sword and Scale got demonetized for being all fucking AI based. Like, because that's what I thought it looked at it. I don't know. I thought that was its problem. So, why sandwich or why toaster? Because. So let's see here. A 4-bread toaster or a 2 wide, 2 long? 2 wide, 2 long. So that way I'll go in. That's a more traditional one. End up in the taking a bath with people. People take a bath. They'll take that toaster in with it. So that's why. Because it's the kind of bath that goes in a toaster or toaster that goes in the bathtub. Does he not read it himself anymore? I used to visit your chat. I think for them, they like YouTube looks at it like he has AI based like visuals and stuff. That's part of the big problem is like if you're using AI on screen all the time, that's a problem. I know that there were a lot of channels got hit recently because like they might be talking, but they're never on screen and they're always doing AI stuff. And YouTube samples you through your streams and it says, oh, all you're doing is AI. So that was a problem for Sword Scale, from what I understand. It's a lot of channels have had that problem. Not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It just is what it is. Sellers. I mean, so it sucks. What about Young Guns? That's actually a fun movie with Emilio Estevez in it. It's a very good one. So, oh, let's see here. So what is I don't know, guys. That's where I'll say it like that. It's just when you do the AI shit, got to be careful. When are we gonna have another movie night at Locals? I don't know. Angry Minutes at 7. I haven't seen the new one. I've not seen the new one, so I don't know, honestly. So let's see here. Kevin, how you doing, man? Says you looking to buy a bullpup. You bought an RDB from PSA over the 4th, but inventory canceled the order. I mean, like, do you want it just because it's fun? I mean, there's also companies like Murdoch and Co., which are taking orders on L85s. So if you want like an SA80, there are guys doing that. What kind of bullpup are you looking for? You could get an AUG. AUGs are not a bad idea. If you could find the Microtech, the MSAR, the Microtech AUGs that are, will take Stanag magazines, even better. You could get like the AUGs to take waffle mags. Yes, Spa is this weekend. Yes, it is. But you could do I mean, like, if that's what you're looking for, I don't necessarily have like a specific like bullpup that would be the go-to. I think the SA80s that are coming out, they apparently are really good, but they're a little pricey. And honestly, if I had the choice of a bullpup, it would probably be that. That's just because I played Rainbow Six all the time as a kid. But is that really like if you have the money to spend on that and you have a good rifle, a good pistol, that are quality and set up with a good lights and slings and equipment, then yeah, go ahead and buy other stuff. So you'd like a Desert Tech or Tavor. I mean, yeah, Kel-Tecs are cheap. Yes, you can buy the RDB. I mean, it's fine. Honestly, though, if I was gonna buy a Kel-Tec, I mean, you might want to buy the 308. I mean, that looks cooler. There's also the VHS that Springfield makes and sells. But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I'm not a big bullpup person, but that's kind of where you're at. You could also try to do the Groza. I know there's a couple shops that they'll do Groza, like they'll make crinks into bullpups for you. So, but yeah, I mean, like if you're all set where you don't be cool, you can be cool. It's just there's places where you can spend your money and do more for yourself. Like if you need a better scope on a rifle, I would do that. If you want to go to a class, go take a class. If you need a little more ammo, get a little more ammo. But if you feel like you're set, then yeah, go buy a gun that's fun to be fun with. I think AUGs have a pretty sick look to them. Kel-Tecs have a pretty cool look too. But I mean, nothing beats an AUG or an SA80. in just fucking sheer badassness, in my opinion. So Devores are like, I don't know. I'm not a big Devore guy. They look weird. If you could get like an SAR 21, that would be cool though. Like the Singapore bullpup, that would be neat to have because they look like they're space guns. So yes, you can swap out the barrel in an AUG and do what Carl did, the whole like in Die Hard where he has the machine gun barrel on it and you can poke vents with it. Yes, there's a lot of neat things about an AUG. You never thought about an L85? Yeah, it's called Murdoch and Company, Murdoch and Co. There are some guys here in America. They are building a better L85, and this one is actually kind of like they've avoided all the pitfalls that Enfield and the British government made when they were building the L85. So it should work a lot better. It should work a lot better. Iron Duke, what? I did not know this about you. In the South African Defense Forces, mate. Oh, the one you carry an R4. You're always stuck with the SLR. Were you going around doing a peek around in the bush? You in the bush war? You were. Hats off to you, man. Go run around up in Angola. But badass if you were carrying a fucking R1 or R3s. I thought they were called R1s, but badass. So, not enough DACA. Do you see the same guy that killed 3 people with truck only got 5 years? No. Send me the clip of or send me the article for that. I would appreciate it. Has he ever seen the posters? Oh, the Rhodesian posters? I don't know. Operational area Southwest Africa. Ooh. Yeah, you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Nice, based. So very based. Mega based. So yeah, he fought the Cubans. Yep. Yeah, he did a lot of work. Did a lot of work to help Southern Africa. Yes. The t-shirt has a Tweety bird on it. They also have the Ally and Kaufman L85 kit. Yeah, that's an option, but like if you're getting that, you might as well hold out for the real thing. But yes, Kevin, that's an option if you already have the BRN 180. There are some L85 kits that are coming out for that, which are kind of cool. But also, if you're looking for guns too, Illinois Precision Machining, guys, out there is selling HK 416 clones for $2,500, full kit, fully kitted out with HK furniture and reproduction stuff, fully like high quality stuff on there for $2,500, which is kind of a deal considering how HK is suspending all 416 and 417 production for now and imports. So It's not rearming the non-existent EU armies. It's they have to deal with the German government, who controls their arms sales. They are very beholden to the German government, believe it or not. So the German government can be pretty gay about stuff. There we go. That's pretty. It's straight-ish. There we go. Let's see, Kimbo. What did you ask? Oh, Malcolm saying yes. Rolex 2440 garage tickets are 160 right now. Wow. I'll have to look at that. I might do that. Kimbo says, any available women, please message me on Discord. I'm 4'2", 97 pounds, black as devil's food cake, and can afford the super chat. Well, there you go, ladies. Get a hold of Kimbo. Iron Duke, you moved to Australia with her. Well, God, you got to get out of there too now, mate. Come to America. We got room. We got room for you. We'll take you. I'll speak to Donnie. We'll get a hold of Danny on over in the DOJ. You know, we got contacts now. I'm just kidding. I would never. I would not use Danny on like that. That wouldn't be nice to her. She's busy working on her career, but yeah, come to America, dude. Come to America. There we go. Okay, that's straight now. I need to leave that alone. Need to leave that alone, chat. So let's see here. Idaho is full, just saying. Well, a lot of places are full, but come on over. John Van Zyl is a good interviews with Rhodesian vets. Oh, okay. I'll have to look for that. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. You actually have a good friend in the U.S. Midwest. Well, there you go. Just come in through Mexico and say no habla. And, you know, they'll be like, all right, well, welcome, sir. Here's all your free stuff. So. All right, guys. What have we got now? Is this all dried yet? Okay, good. It dried. All right. So we are going to. Chuck Schumer farted today. Well, lol. There we go. Okay. All right, chat. We're going to do some dry brushing right now. Yes, you'll be African American, though, and the cops will pick on you. That is the downside. So you have to be careful. You'll have to be very careful, Sar. All right, chat. So we've got the guns right here. We're going to. Are you saying since Desert Storm have guys brought things back? Yes. Very limited things, though. Very limited, but there are troops who have brought stuff back. Mainly, it's like the Afghan Jazals, which are like single-shot rifles, like the Martini Henrys and other muzzle loaders. That's all you're really able to bring back anymore. And those guys weren't very common, but there are guys who did. Like there's a guy on ARFCOM. His name's like Rusted Ace. He brought a bunch of shit back, but like it's hard to bring stuff back now. Because even if you could do it, a lot of commanders were not letting guys do that. So it's a thing. It is a thing. Rusted Ace is also the guy who does the Cola Warrior stuff. which I know like Whiskers has been on here before, and it's like you should come out and do it. I'm like, I'll have a heart attack, especially down here now. There we go. All right, chat. I don't know how well you guys could see that, but we tried to give the little bit of highlighting there to the binoculars and the MP40. You guys can see it catches a little bit of light now, so it stands out a little. There we go. My crimes? Well, yeah, I'm not going to tell you all the crimes I did. There's a lot of crimes I might not be, stuff there. She needs a new attorney against the Macrones. Now's your chance. I'll pass. Iron Duke, yeah. Apparently the Afghans at times were still using Lee Enfield in very sparing numbers, but yes, it was a thing sometimes. Sometimes they were doing that. I've heard that as well. So let me see something here. All right, chill. Let's see what we got. Okay. We're going to put these on. Okay. All right, chat. We're going to just thread this along underneath the hook. Into the hook. Oh, come on, you fucker. There we go. Okay, hold on. There we go, chat. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what we were looking for. That's what we're looking. Oh, we're zoomed in still really hard. Sorry. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Uh-oh. We gotta zoom back out. There we go. Sorry, we had to put on the we had to put this on the guy. So we need some glue, and we're gonna put it on there. So let's hear it for the boy. Bum, bum. Let's give the boy a hand. There we go. All right, so we're just going to let that set. We're going to let this set, and you guys couldn't see it, but there we go. Sorry. Okay. You saw pics of the Syrian civil war of H105s. I mean, all kinds of stuff got used in Syria. There was an entire an entire trailer full of Sturmgewehrs that went into battle and are still being used in Syria. All kinds of stuff. So, let's see. Let's see here. Come on. So, let's see here. There we go. All right, guys. Let's see what else is there doing. Hold on, sorry guys, I'm trying to deal with this, and this is kicking my ass. Hold on, guys, trying to let this dry, and it's a mess. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Yeah, he just got 5 years in prison. That's so fucked. That's so fucked. That's so fucked. I thank you, Katie. I see that. Let's see what we can do here. All right, I gotta figure out how to glue this down. Chat, hold on. I might have to glue this with the fucking super glue. Still no Brody emoji. Well, yeah, I'm working. Like, having any free time right this second. Enjoy the wasp when they find the trees. Well, those wasps have found our house in spots. We've busted some nests off. So don't worry. We've already had some encounters with those fuckers. There we go, chat. Oh, damn it. You guys can't see what I'm doing here. Hold on. There, sorry. Just gluing this down with a little bit of super glue. Kind of just tacking it down. Because in reality, the steel cable would just be hanging out on the ground. So ultimately, that's where it should go. So there we go. All right. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing here. Put this fucker on again. See what we can do. The casino is on according to Kick. Yeah. So they didn't have last night's show because their internet apparently. The internet in all of Ontario went down. It was like, sorry, no internet, sorry. And they got filtered by the internet. Yeah, I'm the toaster with a 5-inch cord. Well, it's the because then you get to go take all the toaster baths with people. And you get to be like, I did this. Besides, I also like The Brave Little Toaster as a movie. So, and if you don't like it, you're a communist. It's an epic movie. All right, hold on. We're fighting here. We're fighting. All right, chat. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. So, Brave Little Toaster sequels were decent. Yeah. But the Brave Little Toaster made me sad. I cried to that movie as a little kid. Cause I was like, first time I watched it, I thought the toaster was dead. He sacrificed himself for everybody. Brave little fucking toaster. You know, I mean, like, that's one where the name was in the title and you got it. You got 100% of Brave Little Toasters. So, there we go. Remember Shazam? Well, I thought that was the one with Shaq. Or is he Kazam? So, I remember Sinbad, but like, I remember he was also in the Secret Service too. I don't remember any Waterships or them being down. Watership Down is bleak. But the one with the two dogs, it's animated in the same style, the two British dogs, who they just end up swimming out to sea. That's so sad. So sad. I forget what that one's called. But it makes you sad when you watch it. Watership Down is traumatic. Yeah, it's okay. Plague Dogs, I don't know if that's it. P-Dub. I don't know if that's it. Sinbad's the Urban Legend or Mandela Effect. That's what I thought. I thought it was Shaq was the Yeah, I'd heard about this before. There's a whole story of people think Sinbad was in this movie and he never fucking did it. So how you gotta take off your underwear? Damn, where is that at? 'Cause it's not here in Florida. It's actually been pretty kind of like okay down here. Dogs of War, no. That's not it, although that is a good movie. That is not the movie we're thinking of. And it said what happens to Tom Berenger in Dogs of War. Young Washington looks cool. I've seen a clip or two of that. Apparently it's really good. So yeah, that might be something I'm gonna have to go watch. It's still in theaters. So. Oh, Where the Wind Blows. That's the dog one, I think, Bob. Yes. Yeah, that one's so fucking sad with the dogs. Like one of them's like the one of them, like they've both been lab tested and modified. And like the one's got the fucking sensor in his head and shit. Yeah, that's it. The Never Ending Story swamp scene's rough too. Yeah, they're all rough, but yeah, they're all. We never know if they reach Dog Island. I know. And that's so sad because they're swimming out to sea, and you're like, what the fuck? And yeah, that one's really fucking rough. Anyways, guys, there we go. We got the cables on, so we're good there. When the Wind Blows is a Nuke War movie. Well, whatever the movie is with the dogs. The original Land Before Time was good. Land Before Time, that one's tough. Littlefoot's mom gets fucking killed and shit. Oh my god. That was a bad one. Can you watch Homeward Bound? That one's got a good ending, but it gets you in the feel. That gets you in the feeler box too. That squishes your feeler bugs. So is it Milo and Otis is the dogs? Oh, okay. I don't remember the name of it. But it was a really sad story. They're trying to go to Dog Island. All right, guys. So now we got the cables in place. Let's voice actor for Ducky was murdered by her dad. No, that's in All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's just an All Dogs Go to Heaven. Yeah, the fox tricks them, yes. The fox tricks them into leaving and seeing the world. So the fox is an asshole. Oh, it's the same voice actor? Aw. Well, that sucks. That's no good. Fuck. Here I was thinking, well, that's one less sad thing to worry about. That's a shame. Especially you learn, like, in All Dogs Go to Heaven, the girl's already dead, and that's Burt Reynolds actually crying. Kind of sucks. So, especially when you learn that's Burt Reynolds bawling his eyes out at the fucking recording session. Before she died, she did Ducky was her favorite character to do. Then they recast her. Oh. Yeah, well, execs do that. Movie execs, they do be doing that. That's how they do. Okay. Gypsy Crusader did an online blackjack stream. Well, good for him. All right, chat. We're getting some stuff here done. There we go. We're going to prop that up a little bit so I can slip this under. I got to slip this whole branch under. There we go. So, you could never watch movies where something happens to a dog. Well, you have to. It's part of life. All right, chat. Remember, this is just enough camouflage to kind of break up your silhouette. You're not going to be invisible, but you might just get a second or two drop on whoever's trying to kill you. They might not see it right away. So, okay, Shan, let's see what we can do here on this backside. There we go. No, that's not going to work. For branch. You guys are sending me things to look at, guys. I am not free to do that right this second. So I appreciate it, but I am kind of like occupado right now. Okay, that's getting out of there. That one doesn't work. There we go. Let's see if we can throw. Do we have any other branches I can shove in? Because these are not holding up as well as the ones on the half track did. I think I'm using these a little too much. Yeah, I'm going to have to glue that in place. Okay, these aren't working. Fuck, these are all garbage. Did not work the way I was planning. We're going to have to try this again. All right, maybe another day. So that did not work out as planned. Oh well, fuck it. I mean, look at this. They all fucking shed. So I guess I didn't do a good enough job clear coating them. So I'll have to redo that. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Erica. I'll take a look at that. Let me see here. So yeah, I think this is it for this for now, guys. We're all set. It is 11 o'clock. I am going to wrap this up here, guys. Is a live chase starting though? I mean, we might watch it for a second here, but if it's not going to go, it's not going to go. Where is? I don't see it. Kevin Faulkner for 20 subs. Let's fucking go. Get to Clyde appearance. Well, that was super delayed. I clicked on it. It was like 5 seconds later. All right, guys. Speaking of Clyde, he had a rough day today. We had a thunderstorm roll through, and he was just like, he was not in a good spot. Neither was Brody. Brody is starting, like, at first we thought Brody kind of didn't mind thunderstorms, but holy shit, he does not like them either. And I was, I had to sit with them both on the couch, and it was like Clyde would shake, then Brody would shake. Like, Clyde shakes in like fits and spurts. It's funny because he'll shake like for a second or two, and then he stops. It's really weird. And then Brody shakes for like a second. They don't constantly shake. It's kind of weird. It's not funny, but it is weird. Okay. But thank you, Kevin, for your support and your generosity. Let me see here. So, let's see here. Let me see. You guys saying a very rough day. Oh, they had a bad day. It was rough. It was like a whole hour. Laney's a true alpha. Laney's not. Well, it's funny though because Laney's not phased by that. But the moment something happens, like the trees, the fucking wind blows, and she's barking her head off. Like I don't know if you guys understand. Like she barks herself almost hoarse every day because she barks at every fucking thing, and because there's always something, she's always barking. Even if you give her treats, even if you give her stuff to calm her down, she gets riled up and terrified about everything else. Thunderstorms, fireworks, nope, she's good to go. But everything else, she loses her fucking mind over. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. So, I don't know with her. I just don't know with her, chat. It's weird. It's like the Jungian thing. To quote Full Metal Jacket again. You've got two Samoyeds and they don't like that we moved to North Carolina right next to the 3 TV towers. Oh, buddy, that's rough. And they get hit every now and then. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's no good. I can imagine those towers get hit all the time. So, some FBI friends will have to give her medicine. Funny. Funny. If only there were FBI people that could give her medicine. That would be a lot better. Then she'd calm the fuck down. All they do is bark, though. Yeah, all these guys do is bark, too. But it's just, like, I've had court hearings before, and it's just like, bark. And it's like, oh, my God. Like, Laney, stop. So, it's a federal bark inquisition. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much with her. All right, chat. So we're going to have some ammo that'll be sitting on the ground with some piles of gas cans and water cans. I don't think I'm going to do that. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this because we're going to add some stuff to it when we start making the scene. Then I got to put the guys together, but then we also got to start getting other models going here. So we'll be working on all this coming up. But Kevin, thank you for the 20 subs. At least not the ATF. Well, yeah. Yeah, because the 2.0 would have to kill them, and I don't want that. Or they'd have to kill each other. So All right, guys. So thank you all for being here tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Or actually, remember, nothing tomorrow night. We are off. We are going to be entertaining company. So my apologies in advance. Are you going to simulate engine fire damage? No, because this is the upgraded model, so it didn't have that problem. We're past the Ferdinands because it's got the bow gun. Big giveaway that it's upgraded. But anyways, yeah, here's kind of what they shot. These massive fucking rounds. Dump to the bench all night for the Kino Casino. The Elephant did have an MG34. Yeah, but I don't know where I'd put it. Like, unless I put it like right up here for the loader. I don't know though. An MG34 in the bow. I don't know though. Let me see. Oh. But yeah, the MG34 is mounted in the up front. So but that's why we got this guy up here in the front. Although I'll figure out something. I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll put a tarp. We'll make a tarp or something. So we'll come up with something. We'll come up with something. Kurt, how you doing? Hello, Sean friend. Hi, Kurt. How you doing? Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, it was in the bow. Yep, right there. Boop. But yeah, they didn't really have like turret-mounted weapon systems up top. So I'll build the recovery pioneer team. No, it's going to be just hanging out on the side of the road while the troops go marching by. So no, it'll be different. Kevin says, I'd love to shoot and barrel change an MG34. It's pretty fun. It's pretty simple too. If you want to YouTube it, it's actually very straightforward to do. It's not as quick as an MG42, but it's pretty fast. Does your mom know you're gay? Yes, she knows all the time. So, oh well, thank you. I appreciate it. Kevin, it says Ben O'Donnell says I found out the dad of my son's friend believes Candace Owens conspiracies. Oh no, that's no good. So the guys, if your kids get together, you're gonna have to hear it. So EWF just bork. Pretty much. I've had hearings where that's all Laney's done. Anytime I just say yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor, very simple things. Bark in the background. It's been bad. It's been really bad. So, all right, guys. With that said, I will leave you guys here. See you guys tomorrow, and remember, until next time. Well, actually, not till tomorrow, Thursday. We'll be doing the debate right around 8 and kind of going from there. We're gonna have a hard out right before the show and start the show. So, oh, I was in the 82nd on a 240 crew. Nice. Well, that's kind of in the same vein as changing an MG34 out. It's not too bad. Hard out before the show. All right, guys. With that said, I will see you guys. Like I said, Thursday. Sorry about tomorrow, but we're doing that. So there's a show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. Like I said, we've got company. And as a courtesy to them, I'm not going to be out here streaming and acting like an asshole and a retard all night. It's not fair to them. So I will talk to you guys later. And remember, until next time, chat, just because you did it does not mean you're guilty. Good night, chat. Yes. No jump tomorrow. We'll be back at our normal schedule, though, guys. We're through Tyler Robinson and stuff, so we're back at it. Why is it not going?
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law. Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops, even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty, but please talk to a local attorney. Was that the fat guy Rick Hayden yelled at? Why, yes it was.